What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy from Start Your Systems, and today we're bringing you another Reflex track review. Now, as I'm getting everything set up, I'm just gonna point out that last week I did round 4, so I skipped over round number 3 just because it hadn't been released yet. But as the video was done rendering and uploaded and everything like that, I went back onto Reflex Central, and I saw that round 3 was actually uploaded. So we're gonna go back to round 3 today. I know it's a little bit like awkward now, but so in the video playlist it's gonna be rounds 1, 2, 4, 3, and then we're gonna continue on to round 5 and 6 and so on and so forth for the rest of the replica tracks. So um, today I'm going to be reviewing round number 3 of the 2017 AMA Supercross series. This is Anaheim 2, so the second stop in Anaheim. This track was made by Kyle Howard 118. Now, he said in the description that he spent about 4 or 5 hours on the track. He actually wasn't even supposed to make the track, but a lot of people were requesting it be made and everything like that. So he decided to take it upon himself to get the track done and released, just so people had the track to play for their leisure. He said he'd probably be getting a lot of hate and yada yada yada. And I was reading some of the comments as well after I played it the first time, and he did get a lot of hate, but it wasn't for what he thought it was going to be. Now, I won't go into everything that he got hate for, but the biggest thing that he got some flack for was the quality of the track. So, one of the biggest things, and you're going to notice right here, is there's no tunnel jump right there. In real life, there was a tunnel jump into a left-handed 270, and it's just not there on this track. So a lot of people said that he had half-assed the track and all this stuff. Now I get like the whole half-ass thing, like there's a big part of the track missing, and I don't really understand why not half, but a big part of the track was missing, because like I said, in real life, you had that tunnel jump into a 270 degree left-handed turn that you go under the bridge and then across the start straight, and then you'd hit this little left-hander that would put you back on the start straight. So for this to be a replica track and for it to be missing such a big part of the track, or a larger section of the track, I just don't really see how it would be considered a replica track after that. So kind of disappointing. He didn't comment on the track thread or anything like that explaining why the tunnel jump wasn't there, but maybe he just forgot, or he doesn't know how to put tunnel jumps in, or he didn't have space in the track, so he used a stadium from the game. I'm not exactly sure. It may be, just by looking at it, Fort Dodge, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe it's Manchester, but that doesn't really matter. The tunnel jump is just missing, so it is what it is. But another thing that bothers me about this track is these corners. So that corner and this corner right here are the worst, or the ones that bug me the most. So the track gets really, really narrow due to the bale placement. And then once you get to the corners, and those two corners that I just pointed out, the bales widen. So like, oh, okay, third time's the charm. The bales widen, basically so you can still hit the corner. Now, I don't know if he placed the corners first or if he placed all the jumps or whatever the case is, but I don't understand why the bales have to like widen. I feel like the track should be one width at all times, unless it specifically says like it's being, you know, a little bit tighter or whatever the case is. But like, see, so like right here, you kind of just like widen it, and then same right here, same thing, it like widens. So I don't really know what's up with that, but I just thought I would mention that because for me, I'm the type of guy who likes to ride the edge of the track. I find good lines on the edge of the track, and I don't really go into the middle of the track too often. So maybe that's why I noticed that, is because I ride the edges of the track. But I just thought I would point that out to everybody due to the fact that this is a track review. Now really quick, a positive note is these two rhythm sections, so the back-to-back that I just went through, I think the rhythm sections are built very, very well. So kudos to Kyle Howard on the rhythm sections. I don't think there's anything wrong with the rhythm sections. I think he did a good job on the scaling aspect, being able to hit different lines, and I didn't test out the speeds of the different lines in the rhythm section, but I mean, at least there's different lines in the rhythm section. Otherwise, it wouldn't be considered a rhythm section. But back to the negatives. Now I know that sounds kind of bad, but quite honestly, there are more negatives than positives on this track, at least for me. But right here, so these whoops are very, very deep. Like, I'm gonna stop right here. These are taller than the bike. I don't know why they're so big, but it's really hard to stay on top of the whoops. And if you don't stay on top, like if your front wheel dips down in between two whoops, it's very hard to get through the rest of the section fast, unless it's at the end and you can just like hop out. Here's another whoop section for you guys. So I started hopping around just a tad bit at the end there, as you guys can see, but with it being the end of the whoop section, it didn't really affect me too much. I'm gonna show you one more lap through these whoops, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I mean, I know you guys already know that they're about as tall as the bike, but I want to get through them good. Alright, I want to get through them once good and once bad, just so you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So, right there, so started to dip down a little bit, but it didn't affect me too much. The step on, step off line isn't really viable right there, but I thought I'd show you guys just in case. And then let's try to get through this. Yeah, so same thing. I started dipping down into the whoops a little bit. So the whoops could be a little bit smaller just so they're not as crucial. Like, I get you're trying to make it a realistic replica, and whatever the case is, like a lot of the tracks that are being made now have the perfect balance of realism and, you know, the arcadey feeling. So I get he's trying to probably replicate that, but to a certain extent, I don't think it's worth it. Oh boy, I thought I was in that rut right there. But I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, this track just feels a little bit rushed. He said a lot of people were waiting and a lot of people were requesting the track be done. Honestly, I would rather take quality over quantity, but that's just me. Oh, yep, okay. So that right there, my front end just dipped and there was no saving it. But I do want to point out right here really quick. So the face of that triple, I mean, you guys have probably noticed it already through the 7 laps that I've done. The face of the triple is very deceiving. It looks like it's throwing you to the left, but it's actually throwing you to the left side of the track and like almost off the track. I'll show you what I mean on this last lap here. Can't believe it's already the last lap, but it's all good. I'm also going to try to throw heater down for you guys so you have something entertaining to watch. Okay, yep, in case of that, I thought I could quad right there. I mean, I know it's doable, but I thought I had the speed for it. And I know a lot of you guys on the last video were either defending my whip glitch or telling me to stop using it. I don't know, it's just a muscle reflex. But see, off that triple, I kind of saved myself right there. I kind of compensated for the lip being deceiving, but it's just kind of a weird angle. I don't know why that was made like that, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess that's a fast lap for the last lap, but final thoughts on the track, guys. Just feels rushed. I don't really know what else to say other than it just feels rushed. If somebody else is supposed to make it, like he said, I'd like to see his version of it. And if it does get released, maybe I review that sometime in the future. But honestly, guys, I'm not really that big of a fan of this track. You can hate me, you can like me for that, but this is a review series, and I'm just going off of how I feel, so not that big of a fan of the track. I don't really know what else to say. If you guys disagree with me, you can always comment in the comments below, telling me why you think I'm wrong or whatever the case is. If you like the video, always give it a thumbs up. Helps us out immensely. And if you guys haven't subscribed already and you're enjoying the content that we're putting out every day, you can always hit that subscribe button so you know when our videos are going to be posted. But other than that, guys, I don't really have anything else to say other than I'll see you guys next week for the Oakland track review. See you guys later.